I'm Robert J. Moore. I'm internationally awarded best-selling author, and here today I'm with.
Serena Brown Travis. Hello, everyone, and hello, Robert J. Moore. It's good to see you, brother.
Good to see you too. We've been friends with one of the brothers there, the big dreamer, Greg Walker, for a long. You've been longer than me, right? Because you were brought up with him, but I've been friends with a long time with him. And we're actually going to be doing some work out in Columbus, too.
Greg is indeed a brother from another mother. He is a dear friend, and I love him dearly.
He talks highly about all you guys. He says straightforward about your restaurant. He says, you got to go there, Robert. I said, well, listen. I said, when we come down, you drive me down there and we'll go. I said, because I'm lost in that town.
Well, we got you covered. We got you covered with some good soul food that you're going to love, and it's going to love you back.
I see your brother come down there all the time, and just Patrick there, he just loves the food, and your dad endorsed it the day of the opening. So
this is very true. Patrick is one of my biggest supporters. He has always been in my corner, so I love Patrick Wonderful Brown, as he calls himself. And yes, I am super grateful for my father to give his Facebook endorsement, even though he said I didn't know how to cook, which was not the truth. He called himself being funny.
Everybody already knows that you're Les Brown's daughter. But when you're coming to this event, they'll know that. But the thing is, I like to keep you separated from what your father does and bring your identity out, because it's all about you, right? It's you. Your dad's not here or at the moment who will be there. Unless you get him on the phone and say just a couple minutes, say, hi, how are you, everybody? And boom, a special surprise or whatever it may be, right? But I like to get to know you as a person and let the world know you as a person. I mean, you wrote in a few books, and my understanding is you're writing another one.
Very true. So I am Serena Brown Travis. I am the youngest daughter of Les Brown. And it has been a joy and a privilege, and it's had its challenges growing up, as you know, with a celebrity father. And my siblings and I, we call ourselves the first family of motivation. And so, yes, my particular niche with the family business is I focus on children. I focus on bringing a positive message to children who have had challenges. You know, when we were younger, we're supposed to always be happy and healthy. And so, unfortunately, now they're abandoned, or they haven't been loved, or a lot of us cannot relate to. And so I did create a series of books. And you know, the beautiful thing about what you're doing is that a lot of people forget that it's about service.
Yeah.
This event that you're putting on, it's a lot of sweat, a lot of tears, a lot of work. But as we know, the service is the rent we pay. And so because of your service, you know, everyone will express their gratitude to you. And you're a celebrity right now. So.
You know, it's fun to be on these stages that I've been on and all through my time. But coming back to it at the beginning, I'll never forget the fact that I was living on the street when I first began. You know, like 13 and a half years ago, I was living on the street for 7 years. I was in and out of jail for 16 years because of the drugs and alcohol.
Right.
Right? I'm almost 14 years clean and sober this year.
Wow, congratulations.
Well, I'll tell you right now, if it wasn't for the grace of God, I would not be here on that level, because something happened. I had an epiphany, and it just bang. It just said, I need to get off this. I had, right? And it's just like, all the stuff I did through school, like I got my social service worker diploma and my addictions degree, BA in psychology, master's in counseling psychology. I've got the harm reduction, mental health crisis. I've been nominated and won honorary doctorate degree.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Congratulations.
And I refused it, believe it or not.
Oh, you're kidding. Why?
I refused it because I didn't feel like I needed it, nor do I need to go across to London, England to pick it up. Right?
Okay.
So what's it really going to benefit me when I win something like that? Lieutenant Governor's Community Volunteer Award for Students, I've won. Order of Aurelia Award, I've been nominated for. Order of Ontario Award, I've been nominated for. Numerous awards, even awards at my own ceremony, these ones. I bet you any money there was about 40 or 50 nominations that come in for me, and I wiped them all off.
Wow.
I didn't want no part of winning this because I don't want people to think I'm scamming. I don't want people to think that I'm unethical. So I stepped aside and put a marketing team in there. They did everything that had to do with the awards until the very end. Then I stepped in because they were nominated for an award. I said, now you can't step in here. So when it comes to the voting, I will deal with that because I'm nowhere near in it, and I'll just let it ride. And then I had to go through, spend 15 hours to go through to check out all 1,500 emails that come in.
Right. Wow.
Now, what I did, I got a system on my computer, on my iMac, that checks for duplicates. So I make sure any email that's the same only did it 3 times a day.
Okay.
And
Wow.
I check the times out and that, because if they're doing, the rule is you only can do it 3 times a day, and there's no stopper on it.
Right.
So I wanted to make sure there was no cheating. And then people said, well, how do you know? Well, I know because I spent that time doing it. So it's very ethical that I've done everything right by the book. Plus, I don't let the winners know until the day of.
Okay. Fair enough.
You're coming to, how'd you and I meet up? Let's say that.
You know, I saw something about, would you like to write the foreword, or we would like for you to write the foreword to our book. And I'm thinking, oh, they probably want my dad to do it. You know, I'll check with him, and let me research who Robert J. Moore is. And I'm researching you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll do the foreword. You know, I'll get to it. And I love continue to call me, hey, how are we doing? And I'm like, you know, my dad is going to get to it. You're like, no, I want you to do it. Me? No one knows who Serena Brown Travis is. Who am I? And you said, no. I researched you. I looked at your work. I want you to do it. And I think I still took a few weeks even after that.
Yeah, you did.
And I think what the issue was, why does he want me? What does he see in me that I don't? With that being said, Robert J. Moore, I want to thank you for seeing something for myself. I'm used to people coming to me and befriending me for the sake of my father. Yeah. But I'm not used to people coming to want to have an authentic relationship with Serena Brown Travis. And so I thank you for it's a huge difference. And so I thank you for being persistent and wanting just me, just little old me, you know, just a little children, a small restaurant owner, but you stayed on top of me to say, no, you have value. And speaking of your book, let me say this. It was an easy read. It was the most inspiring book I ever read. And that's what made me really want to do it. And so Beautiful. With all the authors that you have in there, some of the authors shared, they were super transparent. They shared some of their deepest, darkest struggles that ideally would be to the grave with them. Yeah. And I was able to connect with every author in your book and it is truly a true inspiration. So I want to thank you for your gift. I want to thank you for the gift of bringing people together who have magnificent stories that have made it to the top. And I want to thank you for reaching out to me to be a part of your book and your event that you have coming up in Canada, June 1st and 2nd.
It's going to be an honor to have you here, I'll tell you. You know,
I appreciate
you're going to be meeting up with the CEO of Global, Alan Blaze. He's coming to actually speak on stage with you.
Indeed. I can't wait to meet. He was actually here in Columbus a couple weeks ago. Yeah. And our schedules missed one another. Meet him in person and give him a hug myself. Listen, I have become a secret admirer of all of the people that you're bringing on stage.
I love the fact that everybody's watching what I'm doing and I know nothing.
Right. No. So if someone sees that someone's like stalking their page, it's me. I'm stalking everyone's page. I'm inspired by everyone that you brought together. And again, that speaks volumes for yourself and the gift that you bring to this world, to bring so many magnificent people together with amazing stories that's going to help change the lives. And Canada. Canada, you're not ready for this event. This is
you're not.
This is going to be a one-of-a-kind event that you do not want to miss. At June 1st and 2nd?
June 1st and 2nd. June 1st, just a business attire like we're wearing right now. The 2nd is when we do the black tie gowns event, and that's when I'm going to be handing out 40 of these awards, guys. 40 of these. And they're not the cheap ones. They're actually metal, and that's like almost like cherry wood down below. And I'll be handing out some other stuff that's going to be like this. It's going to be a free copy of my first book. It's a downloadable. There's either PDF or it's audio. I have them both done. These are 2 of the books I already finished, and I'm going to be releasing the one that you actually did the forward on. I'll be releasing that day.
Oh, listen, and that book, honest to God, it really changed me, Robert. It really did. I think I sent you a text message and told you that I was crying, and that was real. I was in my feelings. I felt like a big baby, but more importantly, I felt a shift. I felt my spirit shift. I felt all of the shackles and all of the things that have been holding me down, I felt those gently fall away. And your book and all the authors helped to open my eyes to a different level of what was possible. So yeah,
Amen.
that book is coming out that weekend. That is amazing. But I would urge everyone to go to Amazon now and buy all of your other books.
Yeah.
So we're all fired up and ready to go. Come
Yeah,
June 1st.
I got 5 books I've written myself, but I'm in 14 books, and the other one that's coming out, the 15th, is actually with Forrest Willett. He works with Jack Canfield.
Nice.
Him
Nice.
and I go back to where my first book was, and he says, Robert, I want help writing a book. And I'm thinking, well, this one here I just threw together. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I had no clue. But for
Right.
some reason or another, it came to me easier helping someone else than helping myself on that matter. So it was like God just went right through me and says, give this guy the lending hand, show him what you did. And I made it so simple for the guy. He became #1 and called me up and says, I became #1 on Amazon and internationally.
Right.
I said,
Wow.
wow. I said, wow, this is huge. So then I did my second book. It went nowhere. The third book, it started, he goes, Robert, take your book down. I said, why? He goes, I'm going to write a foreword for you. Let's get you to be #1. He says, I'll show you how to be there. So he taught me, so the student become the teacher, teacher become the student. And then all of a sudden it was like, bang, now I'm #1. And then I did it again. Greg Walker, actually, our buddy, he actually did the forward on the other one and went boom, just like that in one day. I said, I know the trick to this now.
Right.
So then, so then I started doing the series, and every one of them come international bestsellers.
That is amazing. And what I love about what you shared, and hopefully I'm not freezing. I heard some feedback. What I love about what you shared is that each book that you did, it did not immediately go to being #1.
That's right.
You had to recalibrate. Someone else had to see something in you that you didn't see for yourself.
That's right.
And say, hey, Robert J. Moore, pull it back off. Let me help out a little bit.
Yeah.
And the biggest part is you were open to the coaching.
That's what you have to be.
Yeah.
If you're the smartest person in the room, you better get out of there.
Indeed. So that's why I love your transparency. I mean, we talked earlier, and you talked about being homeless. What was it? Less than
7
3
years. 7 years.
Yeah, I mean, and look at where you are now. So the beauty of what you're doing, and especially for this event that you're putting together, is that you didn't start at the top.
No.
I didn't start at the top. It doesn't matter that Les Brown is my father. My own personal story. I've still been right in the trenches with everyone else. You know, people would think, well, what does Les Brown's daughter know about getting over hurdles? Oh, a lot.
They don't know the family, do they?
They don't know the family.
Yes, any family, no matter who you are. I don't care if you're Les Brown, Bob Proctor, or myself, you. We all have a story. And the thing is, the difference is just because Les Brown's more noticed, your father's like noticed all over the world, it doesn't mean that he's unequal to you. He's at the same level we are, we're just more noticed.
Indeed. And trust you me, the Brown family is not exempt from trials and tribulations.
Yeah, your dad admitted to a few of them and can't stop laughing when he does it. Even when he gets on the phone, he can't figure that out for the life of him. Your sister has to work that phone for him. So I want to mention that this is this is the second ticket one that we have. I'll do it this way so the tag's on the way. This is the VIP bag where people get the keynote speakers. You'll be a keynote speaker up there, so what you do is you stand up afterwards. The VIP and the elite people will come up, get pictures with you and then afterwards on the Sunday, if they buy this ticket, do it that way. Do this one here, the elite VIP. They get all the stuff in the bag. Not only that, they have a dinner or a lunch party with all the speakers like us. Right, we'll have a separate table where they all can mingle up with us, and there's only 75 tickets being sold, and they're going fast.
Oh, well, listen, now, ladies and gentlemen, I would say that there's going to be a lot of value in that room. In fact, I'm excited to be in the room, to be a fly on the wall, to listen to other people.
Yeah, me too, even though I'm the host. You know.
Right. So I can only imagine the ideas that will be shared and the groundbreaking testimonies that will be shared, and the insight on how to take your life and your business to the next level. And while I look forward to meeting each and every one of you, no joke, I'm going to be taking notes from the people standing on the right and the left of me.
Well, Gary, you know what? You never know who's sitting beside you. You know, I've been
Indeed.
to an event once. I was actually down and out at the time when I
Right.
first started. The guy sitting beside me, he was just taking notes and he was talking. He goes, "The reason why I do this is because blah, blah, blah." And he was talking
Mm-hmm.
about the reason why he took notes. He says, you know, if I try and remember it, I can't remember all this stuff. If I write it down, I could digest it more and I could remember, oh, listen, that's what that meant. That's what this means.
Right.
And that just
Right.
had that person there ended up being my coach later. He was
Oh,
the
wow.
yeah, he was the operations manager of Think and Grow Rich.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness gracious. You never
So
know who people know. You never know who people are. One of the things that my father, Les Brown, would always teach us when we would go from city to city is to strike up a conversation with your limo driver, your
yeah,
cab driver.
yeah,
Those are the people who know the most. They know how to get you connected. They know where the movers and shakers are. So as long as we always remember to treat everyone with respect and
that's right.
remember that there's value in everyone, in everyone.
I mean, I'm a registered therapist, and that's probably why I pursued with you because I knew through your tone, right, that you were going through a hard time. You were just starting your business
Right.
off. You were having a very hard time, and emotionally, I could tell that there was something more going on. So
Yeah.
I kept continuing to contact you with a different tone that brought your monotone to the same level.
Well, listen, you did a great job. 'Cause anyone who knows me personally knows that I'm a hard nut to crack, and your approach was authentic, and I think
Beautiful.
that's what I appreciate about you. You're authentic. You were patient, and again, obviously, your spirit felt that my spirit needed a push, and so I appreciate that God spoke through you. We're having this conversation today,
For
and we'll
sure.
be together on June 1st and 2nd in Canada, and I
It's going to
really
be
cannot
nice.
wait to meet you.
Yeah, it's going to be a beautiful thing to happen. We're going to give so much value. You know, the person right next to you, like we're saying, the person next to the person that's sitting in the crowd, you don't know who's going to be sitting there. I mean, you
Hmm.
could be sitting in the middle of the crowd and giving someone value. I mean,
Right.
just because you're Les Brown's daughter, people look at you as, oh, Les Brown, they know that, and they go, wow, right?
Right.
Well, the thing is,
Right.
I wanted to separate you from your father to give you your identity on stage at my
Right.
event. You know,
Right.
it's okay if you want to call your dad and say hi to the crowd. It's okay. You know, but I wanted you to be separate because you have your own books. You have your own
Right.
business. You have your own life. You got your own marriage, your children, and that. You're not your dad. It's like someone with mental health. All right. A
Hmm.
lot of these people with mental health, some of them make it their identity. Don't. You don't want to make your dad your identity. He's already got his own.
He's got his
You
own.
know,
He's
you're
got
doing a wonderful job out there for all the people,
right.
with the church and the books, and I mean the children. It's time for you to shine.
You have no idea how much I appreciate you, and in fact, I'm fighting back tears because it just I've spent, when you much time being everyone but yourself.
That's
Les
right.
Brown's daughter. How fun would that be? How nice was it? It's like, it's cool. My name is Serena, and I have my own goals and dreams and hopes and wishes in life. And so I appreciate you, like I said, pushing me, not taking my delay as a denial. You just found a different
Different approach, yeah.
yeah, you found a different approach. And speaking of some of my books, as you mentioned, I am a children's author, and I write children's books for children who are going through a crisis. And
Hmm.
usually we think of children as being happy and they have no worries, but today's children seem to be a little different. They have parents who are addicted to drugs. Maybe they're going to bed hungry at night. They're getting rejected by their parents. And so I wrote books that children could see themselves in the pages and know that all is not lost and that life is still possible. A happy life is still obtainable for them. And it's a Perfect Penny series. The first book is called Positive Words. The second book is called It's Not Over Till You Win. I, of course, stole that from both my father and my brother, John Wesley Brown, who, uh, who came out with that quote. And I have a few other ones, just in case I forget to tell you. And that one is for us parents who, maybe we're entrepreneurs and we're always on the fast track of life, but maybe we forgot to tell our children how important they are
Hmm.
and how special they are and what they mean to us. And so that is my own niche in the family dynasty. my niche was, or is rather, to reach out to children, to try to have another generation of children who are not broken, negative words, and turn each and every word into a positive, and to live their best life on this side, and to be a positive impact and influence to their community at large.
I love it. You know, when I was studying psychology, Kim Sue Berg used to come up out of Michigan.
Uh-huh.
She was one of the famous people that brought on focused solution therapy. And what it
Mm-hmm.
is people not focusing on the negative. They focus on what they do well and do it even better, right?
Right,
And
right.
that's a theory I use, because if I focus on the negative, I'm never going to get ahead, right?
Indeed.
I'm going to attract more negative stuff in my life. So when I put
Mm-hmm.
this event on, I had no clue who was going to be on stage. I
Mm-hmm.
had no clue how I was going to approach anybody. So I approached
Mm-hmm.
one person that I was already on stage with and that knows me well and that thinks I'm doing well and knows I'm doing well, was Raymond Ayer, New York Times bestselling author. I said to him, I said, I would love for you to be on my stage. And he's the kind of guy that he wants to make sure you have enough people that are paying to get in the room. Because if you don't
Mm-hmm.
have these people paying to get in the room, even if it's $47, that's the cheapest ticket I have. I mean, you can't buy that anywhere for the people that are going to be on this stage.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? What it is people will pay attention more. They'll be more willing to move forward with their future, and they're more successful if they're paying. If you let them in free, what does that tell you? It's not going to be worth it,
Right,
right? I
right.
want people to enjoy themselves. You go out for dinner; it's a price of two people's dinner.
Right. Well, I think what's more important, Robert, is that it is important for people to invest in themselves.
That's right.
And so you must, you must invest in yourself in order to grow. And that's why I love and admire what you've done, because I know the background of putting on an event. It's
Whew.
not fun. It's not
And you
fun.
want to know
There's
something? I've done this all by myself, and I'm taking God with me for the credit. And I'm going to be honest with you. The reason why I did it myself is because I want to know the flaws. I want to know the ins and outs of doing this and how to go about doing it, who to contact. And you know what? Next year, I could sit back and say, listen, here's what I want. You go ahead, do it. If there's any problems, tribulations, come to me, because I've already been through this. Same with
right,
the
right,
magazine. Same with the magazine. Now, I'm going to
right.
bring the cover of it. It's going to be you and your dad on it,
Oh,
right? Yeah, it's
nice.
going to be you and your dad on it. So I'm going to honor you that. Plus, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get you to write up an article that what you would like to put in it, a 2-page
Sweet,
article, right?
sweet.
And I'm going to release that after the event, but I'm going to bring like something to show the actual, front cover of it, so that people
Nice.
could see that I'm being released.
Well, again, and I appreciate you and love this interview or love this conversation that we're having. And I must say again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are in the area, even if you're not in the area, this event, June 1st and 2nd in Canada, is worth going to. It's worth investing in yourself. It's worth being a part of like minds, and trying to take your
Yeah.
life and your business to the next level. And the one thing I also love and appreciate about Robert J. Moore is he's not a scam artist.
No.
This is not a get rich quick scheme. I have worked with and met with and seen a lot of those people. And this is not the relationship that we have, because I
No.
would not be on this platform if it was. And that's the
That's the
honest to God
truth.
truth.
That's the truth.
I would not be on this platform. And I know personally of the investment he has made, the sweat equity he has put into it, and honestly, he has done it for us, for people
That's
who
right.
have stories that want to just change the world and change the lives of other people. And so, Robert, I must again thank you for your gifts. Thank you for your authentic spirit and what you're bringing to the stage on June 1st and 2nd in Canada. And I honestly cannot wait to be there, to share the stage with you, to share the room with you, to share a meal with you. And I'm going to try my best to lose 50 pounds between now and June 1st and 2nd.
Hey, you know what? I've actually been losing weight too. I've been on the keto diet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Um,
well, today is May 1st, and everything has to start on the 1st. So today I'm starting. And just in case I fall off the bandwagon, then I'll start on Monday.
well, I got to be careful because my birthday is May 29th, right? Yeah. And we
You
like to
got
have
me to just,
cake. We like to have, so I'll save that for June 1st, all the sweets.
right. Okay.
June 1st, June 2nd, because at that point in time, I'm just going to make sure everything runs well. This is all being taped too.
Oh, good.
I got a lady coming in, a producer coming in, and she's
Uh-huh.
actually got two 4K cameras going to be set up. The whole event's going to be taped. All the people will have a chance to buy their taping afterwards to show them
Nice.
on stage, to show, after I take it out and I put a little bit to it, right? So that helps them out. It doesn't matter who the person is. Like Armin
Mhm.
Morin, he went from $1.83 to 200 million in sales,
Right.
and you're going to be sharing stage with him, right? He's going to show techniques that probably anybody could use. You're going to show techniques that maybe he could use, right?
Mhm.
So, I mean,
Mhm.
that's what I like about platforms like this. It's like Greg Walker. He might be at top of his game right now with the speaking here, speaking that, doing this, but he doesn't know how to write a book. He
Right.
has a book. He has a book. I got to give him credit.
Right.
He sold 35,000 of those books, but he's asked me to coach him to help him do that. And I said, I'll tell you what, let's not just help you. Let's help 200 other people that are around you and get them in a room for like $247 for a 2-day event.
Right. And listen, that price is pennies in terms of
Yeah.
the value that they will get from the event. I mean, honest to goodness, I've been at events, and even from me just reading your book that will be coming out on June 1st, the weekend that we're
Yeah.
having this event, the value that I received from your book alone, I know that this event will be incredible.
It
And so,
will be.
ladies and gentlemen, you have to be there June 1st and 2nd in Canada. I'm sure there's a link somewhere. Look it up,
Yeah,
find
it's
it.
going to be right above, because I attach a little information about you. I put the link in there, and
Good.
you know what? I got the sponsors in there. I got sponsors for the event, right? They're all down listed there, and you know what? I'm hoping to see everybody there. I want you to forget everything at the door. Forget all your problems at the door. You're coming for a good time. You're coming to socialize. Bring your business cards. Bring whatever you want to help share with someone else. Because you
Indeed.
don't know if that one person, you're going to save their life or give them a world of flavor.
Right.
One word from the right person can enhance someone's life.
Listen, you're onto the right thing. That's again why I have the book Positive Words, because one word can make all the difference in how you see yourself, how you see your business, how you see the possibilities for your life, and where you go next. And so, Robert J. Moore, again, it is a pleasure to be with you. I mean, you're laughing because you're this super humble guy, but I'm very serious when I say this, is that I thank you. I thank you for breathing new life into myself, into my career, and into the possibilities that I see for myself. And I don't take it lightly. I really do appreciate
Beautiful.
who you are and what you've brought to this world.
I appreciate that. And it was
All
great,
right.
great talking to you. I can't wait to
You
meet up with
too.
you. And, don't work too hard at the restaurant.
I would try not to. Well, I have to work hard. I gotta take off 50 pounds between now and June 1st and 2nd.
I know who's doing the fryer now.
Right.
You're going
All
to
right.
sweat.
I will see you soon. And again, I appreciate you, and I cannot wait until June 1st and 2nd.
Cheers.
All right.
Thank you
Take
ever so
care.
kindly.